Hello, 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm 5355. It's been a very long time since my last video, so I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm being very busy these days, so I cannot do properly a proper video about self-practice, or you can say self-study. So today, on Sunday, I'm gonna do a shadowing video, a very long shadowing video. I don't know how long it's gonna be, so. Without any further ado, let's dive right into the video, okay? Now,
We're going to start off by talking about art
we're going to start off by talking about art, and photography.
and photography. Do you like art?
Do you like art?
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Depends on what.
Depends on what.
I like cinema, for instance, movies.
I like cinema, for instance, movies. What cinema is moving? All right, let's hear what's he gonna say?
Music,
Music,
but I don't know too much about paintings or modern art.
but I don't know too much about paintings or modern art. Me too, man. I like watching movie, and I don't know, or you can say I completely clueless about painting or modern art, especially what they say fiction or something like unimaginable art, painting art.
I'm not too familiar with, so it depends on what kind of art.
I'm not too familiar with, so it depends on what kind of art.
Do you like to take photographs?
Wow, there's something wrong with this video, right? Look at the part one question. It is a lich, right? Lich. Say lich. It should be lich. Do you like to take a photograph?
Yes,
Yes.
I wouldn't say the photographs are good, but I do enjoy taking pictures.
I wouldn't say the photographs are good, but I do enjoy taking pictures.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to take photos of yourself or other things?
All right, the speaker is too loud. Okay, I drop it to 15. Do you prefer to take photos of yourself or other things? Other things, man. I don't like taking picture of myself because I'm look ugly.
Of other things.
Ugly of
It's
other
kind of
things.
hard to take.
Oh, so you're gonna say you're gonna tell him the answer right away, right? Huh? Other things.
Take pictures of yourself unless it's a selfie, and that's limited.
It's kind of hard to take pictures of yourself unless it's a selfie, and that's limited.
So pictures of other things mostly.
So pictures of other things, mostly.
Now let's talk about animals.
Now let's talk about animals.
Do you like animals?
Do you like animals?
I love animals.
For me, I don't think I love animals, especially dog. There are about 5 or 6 dogs in my town, you can say, in the area that I'm living, not actually neighborhood, but in my village. Yeah, you can say it's a village. And most of them poof right at my door. I hate all of them. And for someone like me, if I have a dog, I don't think letting my dog go to poof at someone does is a good thing. So if anyone here have a dog, please tame them. Tame them. Make sure that they won't poof at anyone does. Do it. Someone gonna curse you if you let your dog do that.
Land animals, friendly, so to speak, animals,
Land animal friendly, so to speak, animal,
not insects,
not insects, and not anything from the ocean.
and not anything from the ocean.
What is your favorite animal?
What is your favorite animal?
Probably a dog.
Probably a dog.
Dogs.
Dogs, or for obvious reasons, you can keep them as pets.
For obvious reasons, you can keep them as pets. In terms of like non-domesticated animals, probably jaguar.
In terms of domesticated animals, probably jaguars. The word non-domesticated animals is a long word, is a phrase, and she pronounced it like nothing. Oh my God, I hate someone like her. I really hate someone who doesn't care about the base they speech because they have mastered it. Perfect pronunciation, and I hate someone like this. They talk like, and they're not talking some foreign language. They talk like they are using their mother tongue. Someone with talent like this is the enemy of hard work like me.
Do you have any animals in your home as pets?
Do you have any animals in your home as pets? Yes, I know what I did just say is a bad thing. It's telling you guys that I am a bad guy, a selfish man. I'm jealous with someone who has talent. Yep, yeah, I hate them, man. They don't have to try so hard, but they can do things so good.
Yes.
Do you have any animals in your home as pets? Yes, I have two dogs. I have none.
I have two dogs. They're both from the shelter, the animal shelter. They're rescues.
They're both from the shelter, the animal shelter. They're rescues. Oh, so you rescued them from the animal shelter. You can say that she bought them from the animal shelter because how can I say it? The Western, they are not like us. We are Asian, and the Asian, we usually ask our neighbor or our relative to give us their dog, the puppy, and that's usually free. We just ask for the dog because our country let the dog make love freely, and our dog will give birth to a lot of puppy. So we cannot take care of all of the puppy that our dog has give birth to. So we usually give them to our relative or to anyone who asks for a puppy for free. And in the eastern case or the western case, most of the western cases best from buying from the shelter, animal shelter. So you can say it is bad thing or good thing because it's just a very normal thing, ubiquitous. Okay,
Yeah, I've always had pets.
I've always had pets. Our family really likes keeping animals
Our
around.
family really likes keeping animals around.
Now let's talk about bags.
Now let's talk about bags.
What type of bags do you like?
What type of bags do you like? A typical one, the one that is big enough to put my laptop, my handheld console, gaming console, and many other things into it. And sometimes I will also bring my speaker, my teaching supporter with me. My teaching speaker, it is two different things. The speaker is the thing that I plug into my laptop and it's helped to amplify the volume, the sound from the video or the track, the recording that I need to play for my student to listen. And the other thing is another teaching speaker, an assistant device that help amplify my voice. And they are both very healthy. So I think I need a typical pack. A typical pack.
I prefer
I prefer
purses that are a little bit on the
too fast.
animals around.
Now let's talk about bags. What type of bags do you like?
I prefer purses that are a
Purses that are a
little
little
bit
bit
on the
on the larger side. What the hell? He is asking about bag, and you tell him purses
larger side, just because
just because I like
I
to
like
put
to put
things
everything of
of
my
my life
life in my
in my
purse.
purse.
So it ends up weighing maybe 20 kilos.
What? What the hell are you saying? What? 20 kilos? Are you some kind of gymnastic or something? Are you a gym rat who spend most of your week in the gym so you can carry 20 kilo ain't nothing? Oh my god! So it ends up weighing maybe 20 kilos.
Yeah, larger bags, probably structured,
Larger bag with the
larger
larger bag, probably tractor, larger packs.
bags.
How often do you carry a bag when you go out?
How often do you carry a bag when you go out? Almost always. I can say I only left my bag at home for some occasion like party or hanging out with my friend, and I carry my bag most of the time I go out
Every day.
every
I think
day.
that's the case for most women.
I think that's the case for most women. That's the case for most every human being in the world, man. Not only you. We're all adult, and even for children, they have to carry a bag with them to go to school. What do you think we're gonna bring if we don't have a bag? You're gonna hold a pen and a notebook in both of your hand and go to the school for study for 5 or 6 hours a day with only one notebook and a pencil and a pen or a pen.
I think they carry a bag even if you go
Even if you go down to the
down to
grocery
the grocery or the
or the supermarket, you take your bag with you usually, right?
supermarket, you take your bag with you usually, right?
Yes.
What sort of bags do women like to buy?
What sort of bags do women like to buy?
It
It
depends.
depends.
It depends on your outfit.
It depends on your outfit. It depends on where you're going.
It depends on where you're going. For the day,
For the day, if you're going to the
if
office,
you're going to the office, you probably want something bigger that can fit your laptop, your phone,
you probably want something bigger that you can fit your laptop, your phone,
paperwork.
paperwork, everything. Yeah, paperwork. I usually have a thing that can put a lot of paperwork into it, and I always have it with me in my bag. Yes, that you might need during the day.
Everything that you might need during the day. If it's
If it's
nighttime, you'd want
nighttime,
something
you want something smaller, like a lunch, something more sleek, elegant,
smaller, like a clutch, something more sleek, elegant.
elegant.
So it depends. If you're
So it
traveling, you'd
depends. If you're traveling,
want a
you
much
want
bigger
a
bag
much
that's able
bigger
to
bag
fit
that's able to fit
not just you, but all of
not just you, but all of your family stuff as well. What?
your family's
So that is a luggage. It's not bad, man.
stuff as well. So everything, women like
You can say luggage or baggage.
all kinds of
Everything. Women like
bags. That's
all
why we have
kinds
so
of
many of
bags.
them.
That's why we have so many of them. So that is something different from the women and the man. The man just want a bag which can carry their things. That's all. We don't really care about the outlook or the appearance of the bag. Or maybe, just maybe, we have some favorite color that we use. For example, my favorite color is gray and black. So maybe when I buy something, I will prefer to choose a gray thing. For example, I want to buy a phone, I will prefer to buy a gray phone or a black phone with the out from the outside. I mean the appearance, the color of the phone or anything. Like the bag, I will choose a gray bag or a black bag, not a pink one. Yeah.
Now let's talk about birthdays.
Now let's talk about birthdays.
What did you usually do on your birthday when you were a child?
What did you usually do on your birthday when you were a child?
So when I was a kid,
So when I was a kid,
when I was a child,
when I was a
in
child
school,
in school,
we had a uniform.
we had a
Everybody wore
uniform.
uniforms
Everybody wore a
to
uniform
school.
to school.
So when it was your
So,
birthday,
so when it was your birthday,
it was the one day
it was the one day of the year that you were allowed to wear whatever you wanted. What? What the hell,
of
man?
the year that you were allowed to wear whatever you wanted.
So the school means to let everybody know about your birthday because on that day you can wear anything you want. It means you can wear anything you want to show off and let anybody know, hey, today is my birthday, bitch. That's why I wear this thing, not the uniform. Yeah.
So it was a big deal.
So it was a big
I
deal.
mean, at least I would pick out my outfit like 2
I mean, at least I would pick out my outfit 2 months in advance. The hell is that day very special? It's special that much for you to spend 2 months to think about what you will wear and buy it in advance.
months in advance. It would be like a little dress,
It would be like a little dress,
like a princessy frock,
like a princessy frock,
matching shoes,
matching shoes, matching accessories for your hair.
matching accessories for your hair. And then you would take some kind of chocolate
Then you would take some kind of chocolate
or candy
or candy to your school, and
to
then
school. And then you could take
you could take a
like a
period
period
off
off and go
and
and
go
give the
and give
candy
the
out
candy. A period off? A period off? What do you mean? So why everybody is sitting in their room and studying? They're focusing on the lesson. You're gonna be the one who not wearing uniform, but also freely going around. You can say bartering around the school and give candy to your friend in the class. Are you telling us a lie or something? To other teachers and other kids in the
to
school.
other teachers and other kids in the school. And we looked forward to it every year. It
And we look forward to it every year. It was the highlight to not have to wear the uniform,
was the highlight to not have to wear the uniform, to wear whatever you wanted,
to wear whatever you wanted,
and
and to basically be able to skip class
be able to skip class and go out
and go out and hand out chocolates because it's your
and
birthday.
hand out chocolates because it's your birthday.
How do you normally celebrate your birthday
How do you normally celebrate your birthday now?
now?
Very differently.
Very
Everyone's allowed to wear
differently. Everyone allowed to wear whatever they want
whatever
now.
they want now. So it's kind of
So it's kind of not,
not, does not
it doesn't have the same charm.
have the same charm.
Yes, of course, you are an adult now, man. Of course, it has to be different. It had to be different, man.
It depends. I like
Another depends. This girl really like to use the word depends. I like to do a little dinner with my friends.
to do a little dinner with my friends, something low key. I'm not a
Something
very
low key. I'm not a very big party person,
big party person. So dinner is usually good,
so dinner is usually good.
followed by probably like a games night or a movie.
Too fast, man.
Something low key. I'm not a very big
Party
party
person,
person. So dinner is usually good, followed by
followed by probably like a games night or
probably like a games night or a
a movie night at home or at the cinema.
movie night at home or at the cinema. Something low key.
Do you
Something
think it's
low key.
important to give someone a card on their birthday?
Do you think it's important to give someone a car on their birthday? Yet it is. It's actually a very memorable gift if you consider it's a meaningful thing that your friend gave you. I used to give my friend lots of birthday cards on their birthday, and I write something with my own handwriting. I give them some blessings, good blessings, of course. I tell them that I really love them. I hope them will achieve great success in the future. Or always be happy, keep a smile on their face every day or something. And I think it's better than giving something like an actual toy or a gift to them. For some people, they lie or they prefer a book more than a handwriting card. But actually, a book is just a book. You need to give your friend something that from your old self. I think the car has more meaning. It's a meaningful gift. Has more meaning than a normal gift, such as a toy or a book, something like that.
Like a handwritten,
Like a handwritten. Oh my God! Like a birthday
like a
card.
birthday card.
Yes,
I think so.
I
Yes,
think so. Yes,
because
because
I'm
what?
quite
Hmm? What's up, son? Chào con.
Cha dạy hả?
Không cho học bài.
Đúng rồi.
Vậy thôi hả? Vô kêu vậy thôi hả? uh, it's only me and my son at home, so I let him call me if he want my help. If he wants my help, okay? Because I'm quite sentimental
sentimental and emotional.
and
So I
emotional, so I
prefer
prefer
more
more
emotional,
emotional,
sentimental
sentimental
gifts.
gifts.
So I think if someone takes
So I think if someone takes the time to write something
the
by
time to
hand
write something by hand for you,
for
I
you,
think that,
I think that,
I mean, I hold on to stuff like that. So I think it's a very nice
I mean, I hold on to some to stuff like that, so I think it's a very nice. Hold on. I know this phrase, but I don't remember the meaning of it. Idiom. Hold tight. Hold on. Used to say that you are confused or surprised by something. Huh? Hold on a second or something like that. Right? It's a hold on to something, not hold on. Hold on to something. Keep something that is important or useful. So this mean keep. This mean keep. What is my son talking about? Okay. Bye everyone. Let's continue. I mean, I hold on to stuff like that, so I think it's a very nice,
thoughtful
thoughtful present to give someone on their birthday.
present to give someone on their birthday. The first time I met a new friend.
The first time I met a new friend. So it's now part two, right?
So I'm going to go way back.
What? You're gonna give her some time to think about the topic? Wow. All right, sample part two, cue card. Talk about the first time you met a new friend. All right. You should say who they are, what kind of person they are, and when you met, and also explain how you became friends. A new friend, all right? So you can talk about any friend you want, your best friend, or even your wife or your husband. You can do anything you want, man. So I'm going to go way back. It was my first day of school,
It was my first day of school, kindergarten.
kindergarten. What? You got to talk about the friend that has been with you your whole life from the kindergarten to now.
And I met a girl named Amanpreet Kaur.
And I met a girl named Amanpreet Kaur.
We were about,
We were about,
I think we just turned 4 years old.
I think we just turned 4 years old. We met obviously in kindergarten.
We met obviously in kindergarten,
Kindergarten,
first day of school.
first day of school.
What I liked about her when I first saw her,
What I like about her when I first saw her,
I mean, we were sitting
we're sitting together where the teacher make us sit next to each
together,
other.
where the teacher made us sit next to each other. And she had this long hair,
She had this long hair,
and
and
it was like sectioned into two parts, and it was just braided all the way down.
it was sectioned into two parts, and it was just braided it all the way down.
And she had the cutest face I've ever seen. She had
She had the cutest face I have ever seen. She had this little fluffy marshmallow like
this
face.
little fluffy marshmallow like face. I guess that's all it takes when you're
Right. Hold on to something. I guess that all it takes when you're a you are a kid to make to want to be friends with somebody.
a kid to want to be friends with somebody. And then I tried to,
And then I
so
tried
there's like
to
this little thing
try to, but she said try to. Oh, is that right?
face. I guess that's all it takes when you're a kid to want to be friends with somebody. Um, and
And then I tried to. Let's see. What did she say?
then I tried to,
Oh, and then I tried her. Oh, even a band 9 has wrong pronunciation, man.
so there's like this little
So there's this little thing that kids
thing
do
that kids do
where they put their thumb out to show the other kids that I want to be your friend. What? So you want to be others people that you want to make friends with other people. You just need to go to them and give out a thumb like this, huh? Hey, wanna be my friend? Wanna be my friend?
put their thumb out to show other kids that I want to be your friend.
I wanna be your friends.
And then if you don't want to be friends with them, you do this. It's like it's silly
And if you don't want to be friend with them, you do this. It's a silly little thing.
little thing. So I did this to her.
So I did this to her. I put my thumb out and say, "Hey, do you want to be
I
friends?"
put my thumb out to say, "Hey, do you want to be friends?" And she was like, "This,"
And
and
she
I was
realized this. I
heartbroken.
was
I was like, "How
heartbroken.
can she know?"
I realized, how can she not want to be my friend? Because the way you talk seems so stupid, man.
Want to be my friend. And then I saw her again the next day,
Then I saw her again the next day,
and the next day after that, and the day
and the next day after that, and the day after
after
that.
that, and then eventually we ended up becoming best friends.
And then we eventually we ended up becoming best friends. Or for me, I ended up being best friend with some other boys who I consider very stupid and naughty. Wait a minute, I'm gonna stop the video here. I need to do something. I'm gonna be back after a few minutes, okay? Don't worry. All right, let's continue, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. All right, let's continue where we left off, okay? Then eventually, uh, then eventually we ended up becoming best friends. Let's just make it.
And then I saw her
So
again the next
again, the
day,
next day,
and the next day
day
after that,
after
and the
that,
day
and
after
then
that, and then eventually we ended up becoming
and then eventually we ended up becoming best friends.
best friends.
Best
She
friends.
did it back to
She did it back to me, obviously, at some
me,
point.
obviously at some point. She was my first
She was my first best friend that I ever had in life.
best friend that I ever had in life. She was from Punjab, which
She was from Punjab, which is a part of India.
is a part of India.
Oh my God.
And her
And
mom used to make the most amazing, it's called paratha.
her mom used to make the most amazing, it's called paratha. Most amazing what? Pancake? Or what?
It's like this stuffed bread.
It's like this stuffed bread. Look at your face, man. You look like you don't know how to describe that thing using your vocabulary.
It's like they put potato and spices into into a flatbread.
It's like they put potato and spices into a flat bread.
And my mom used to make something called sira,
And my mom used to make something called
which is
which is this
sweet semolina
semolina situation.
situation. Okay.
That's the end of the 2 minutes.
Okay.
That's the end of the 2 minutes. Okay.
We've been talking
We've been talking about a friend that you met,
about a friend that you met. And we're going to now
and we're going to now talk about friends at school.
talk about friends at school.
All
How
right.
important is it for children to have lots of friends at school?
How important it is for children to have lots of friends at school. Very important. It shows that they are optimistic or pessimistic, and whether they are opening or closed. I mean, are they have some problem with their mental status or mental health?
To thank you for watching this video, I want to give you a free course that has helped thousands of students improve their IELTS speaking. To practice at home for
Say, I would perhaps
sign up for that for free. All you have to do is just click the link in the description. Thanks very much, and let's get back to the video.
it depends.
Another depends. So this girl used a lot of the words depends. It depends, I would say.
I would say, I would perhaps think that
I would perhaps think that
quality
the quality is more important than quantity.
is more important than quantity.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that the objective should
So I wouldn't say the objective should be to make as many friends as you can or to be
be
popular.
to make as many friends as you can or to be popular, as much as the objective should be to build meaningful friendships with people.
As much as the objective should be to build meaningful friendships with people.
That could be one person,
That could be one person, that could be 5 people, that could be 10 people.
that could be 5 people, that could be 10 people, situational,
Situational, I would say.
I would say. Yeah, so it's not
Yeah, so it's not so much how many friends you have,
so much how many friends you have as
as it's not as important to have a lot of friends as it might be to have
it's not as important to have a lot of friends as it might be to have people that you can trust, that you can kind of
people that you can trust, that you can tie up.
take with you in
take
life
with you in life
for a longer
for a
term.
longer term.
Do you think it is wrong for parents to choose which friends their children have?
Do you think it is wrong for parents to choose which friend their children have? It's actually not wrong at all. But for some cases, maybe the vision that our parents see is different for era, for different kind of people. So I would say that they're not completely wrong. I somewhat agree that parents should choose the friend for their children. For more detail, I think they are older, they have more experience, so maybe their vision is good, and maybe it's a better vision that we are having. So just give them a little trust. They are our parent at all.
Again, that's a tricky one.
Again, that's a tricky one.
Now, when I answer these
Now, when I answer these questions, I'm thinking back to real life
questions,
situation,
I'm thinking back to real life situations. And in some cases,
and in
I
some
have
cases,
seen
I have seen
parents
parents
interfering
interfering
and trying to
and
make
trying
those
to make
decisions for
those
their
decisions
children
for their children
where they were
where
right to
they
do
were
so
right to do
because the
so
child was in
because the
bad
child
company
was in bad
and they
company
were
and
too
they were too
naive
naive
or
to.
too, I mean, I
I mean,
guess they
I
were just
guess
too
they
naive to
were
see
just. So this girl didn't know how to describe the words or how to describe the state that the kid is. She just can only use one word, which is naive. And she could not say any other words to describe the kid that she want to tell. So I don't think this girl deserves a bad night at all. Okay, maybe 8.5. I mean, I guess they were just too naive to see that
that that situation was not
that
right for them, but
situation
their
was not
parent
right for
obviously
them.
was able to identify that my child's in bad company.
But their parent obviously was able to identify that my child is in bad company. But their parent obviously was able to identify that their children, not my children.
So in those cases, I would say that
So in those cases, I would say that
your parents
your parents are able to read a dangerous situation better. You just say that they have a better vision, man.
are able to read a dangerous situation better, but there's
Let's see. You can say that they have the insight to know what they should do, to know what friend their children should have. That's it.
also the flip side
But there also the left side. Whereas, yes, they also have the other side. On the contrary, okay,
where
where
everybody kind of
everybody
does
kinds
make
of
bad
does make
decisions.
bad
Your
decision.
parents made
Your parents make bad decision. You make bad
bad
decision.
decisions. You made bad decisions.
Don't use the word your, man. It's too subjective.
And the way that you learn
The way that you learn from them
from them is to have
is to have a negative experience and then find your way out of it.
a negative experience
Uh,
and then find your way out of it. So I would say that I can see certain situations, whether it's
so I would say that I can see certain situation, whether it's bad relationships,
bad relationships, bad
bad friendships when you're younger,
friendships when you're younger, not relationships when you're younger,
relationship when you're younger.
friendships when you're younger. Sometimes it's necessary
Sometimes it's necessary
to
to
have that experience so
have that experience so that you know firsthand how to deal with that
that
situation.
you know firsthand how to deal with that situation. And you may not be able to get that experience
And you may not be able to get that experience
if your parents always shield you from every single thing that can go wrong.
if your parents always shield you from every single thing that you can go wrong. So we can use the word shield as a verb, huh? I thought it should be protect or prevent or something. Shield is also a verb. It's also a verb. Oh my god. and it's C1 level. Protect is only B1. Okay, that surprised me, man.
So I can kind of see depends
So I can kind of say depends on the
on
situation,
the situation, I would say.
I would say.
Now let's talk about making new friends.
Now let's talk about making new friends.
Can you think of any disadvantages of making new friends online?
Can you think of any disadvantages of making new friends online? Well, a lot of disadvantages of making new friends online. There are a few disadvantages that I can think of. The first disadvantage is that is we don't actually know who they are. The only thing that we know about them is their name on the internet. And when they ask them for their real name, maybe they will give us the fake name, fake address, fake date of birth, and even their fake information to somehow abuse us, and they will make use of our information if we give them our information. They will make use of our skill, our knowledge, or anything that we can do for them. And we make use of anything we can give them. They will ask us to give them something they want. And the only thing they can give us is fake information. That's the first disadvantage. And the second disadvantage is it can lead us to critical situations such as they use our information to connect with our friend, our relative, or anyone who know us, our acquaintance, and then they use our information to make them believe that they are our best friend, and they abuse them. They make use of our information, and we cannot do anything because we don't know anything about them. We know nothing about them.
Disadvantages of making new friends online.
Disadvantage of making new friends online.
I think there's more disadvantages to making
Yes, there are more disadvantages to make new friends online than advantage.
new friends. I mean, there was a show recently that
I mean, the show recently that came on Netflix called Tinder Swindler. Yes, I know that show, man. That's a guy who trying to fake himself. He want to make everybody around him think that he is a rich playboy, a rich businessman. Yes,
came out on Netflix called
he
Tinder Swindler.
disguised himself
The thing
in
is, with
the thing
most of
is
what we see
most of
online
what we see
isn't
online isn't
real,
real.
whether it's
Yes,
social media
whether it's
or
social media or
even
even
news
news
for that matter.
for that matter.
Everything is kind of edited and monitored
Everything is kind of edited or monitored
to present a
to
certain kind of
present a certain
image.
kind of image
So if you meet somebody online
online,
and
and
you
you
know
know
nothing
nothing
about
about them.
them, they can really present any version of reality or a
It can really present any version of reality or a completely
completely curated.
curated. Curated. What is it? Curated. What the hell is this? What is this? A press of the lowest rank in the church. What the hell? Jaffa? What? What the hell to be in charge of selecting and caring for objects to be shown in the museum? Oh man. Stupid man. Uh Jafar? What? Try it again, okay?
About them, they can really present any version of reality or a completely curated, sometimes dishonest form of their reality to you.
So, as I can say, at this point, this girl didn't deserve pen 9 because the way she chose the word to describe her idea wasn't correct. The word curated cannot use in this sentence.
Curate.
Curate.
Curate. Sometimes it's honest form of their reality to you.
So it's a very dangerous game to play.
So it's a very dangerous game to play.
Friendships or relationships?
Friendships or relationship?
Both.
Both.
Friendships.
Friendships. Yeah. It's somebody you know nothing about is a very
somebody you know nothing about is a very
everything can go wrong.
everything
there,
can go
right?
wrong there, right?
Would you say it is harder for people to make
Would you say it is harder for people to make new friends as they get older? By all means, yes, definitely. When we get older, it's hard to find friends because everybody has that self-esteem, you can say ego, and we think that we are right because we are old and we believe in our vision. We believe in what we have experienced, and we don't think other people were just is correct. And we also believe that being old that means we should be respected by others. And making friends with somebody old, which means we have to spend time with somebody we don't know anything about them. We know nothing about them. That means we make friends with a stranger. We are too old to consider that thing is good or have some benefits or beneficial meaning. I do think so.
make new friends as they get older?
Yes. I think it becomes harder for people to make
I think it becomes harder for
friends as
people
they
to
get
make friends
older.
as they get older.
I think adults are perhaps a
I think adults are perhaps a little
little
bit
bit
older,
more
bit more
more structured.
more structured.
I mean, the older
I mean, the older you get, the more set you get in your
that you
ways,
get, the more set you get in your
your way,
ways, your routine,
your routine, where you work,
where
your
you work,
family,
your family, your gym.
your dream, your
Children
team.
for children,
Children for children is very easy for children to interact with other children.
it's very easy for children to interact with other children. Like if you put two kids in a room in 3
Like if you put two kids in a room and 3 seconds they are talking to each
seconds, they're
other
talking to each other without any restrictions.
without any restriction. They are talking about all of their family secrets and
Talking
everything.
about all of their family secrets and everything, they're comfortable.
They are comfortable.
But with adults,
But with adults,
obviously, people tend to be
obviously, people
more
tend to be
filtered
more
when they interact
filtered
with other
when they interact with
adults.
other adults. Yes, of course. We don't want any other stranger to know about our family, man. Such as what is your mother job, what is your wife's job, or what is your husband's job, how much do you gain each month, or do you have anything luxury or precious in your house. We don't want to tell them anything like that, man.
Also, I think if you've been friends from the time that you were a child,
Oh, too fast.
people tend to be more filtered when they interact with other adults. Also,
Also, I think if you've been friends from the time that you were a
I think
child
if you've been friends from the time that you were a child with
somebody you've lived through so many life events together,
you've lived through so many life events together that that kind of bond is hard to build with someone that you meet in your mid 30s
that kind of bond is hard to build with someone you meet in your mid 30s. Yeah,
because you've just lost
I completely agree with her idea. This is a very great answer because you can feel the emotion that she is talking is true. Is it actually a correct answer? I mean, the deep, honest answer come from her own idea, not a make-up answer, not a lie. Because you've just lost so much time that you are learning something.
so much time that you're learning something. You're learning about them from scratch, where they went to school,
You're learning about them from scratch, where they went to school,
about their family,
about their relationships, about their
about
siblings.
their relationships, about their siblings. So yeah, I think
So yeah, I
it's not
think it's not
impossible.
impossible.
You can make a lot of
You can make a lot of incredible friendships later in life.
incredible friendships later in life, but
But it's probably harder to come by than if you were a
it's
kid in play
probably
school.
harder to come by than if you were a kid in play school.
In play
So
school.
what I'm going to do now is give you feedback
So what I'm gonna do now is giving you feedback on each part because each part is a little bit
on each
different.
part because each part is a little bit different. Give you some tips.
Gives you some tips on how to perform as well or even better next time. So it's already it's already the feedback time now. Oh, we still have to do something with the 8 minutes left. But try it, man.
On how to perform as well or even better next time. And then there are
And then there
4
are
marking
4 marking
criteria: fluency
criteria.
and coherence,
Let's see,
grammar,
coherence,
pronunciation,
grammar,
and
pronunciation,
vocabulary.
and vocabulary.
And I will give you a band
I've
for
give you a
each of
band for
those
each
and tell
of
you what
those and
band.
tell
The
you
top
what
is
band at the
band
top.
9.
Top
So
is
let's
band
see if you
9.
can get
So you can
right
get
at the
right
top.
at the top.
To thank you for making
I don't think she can receive a band 9 at the lexical resource, you can say vocabulary. For me, I will mark her as 8.5 or just 8.
it this far in the video.
Thank you for making this far in bit. Oh man, you advertise your course, English
I
course
want to
again.
give you 10% and being a P course.
So part 1
So
is
part
just
one,
normal
it's
everyday
just
questions,
normal everyday
and you
questions,
answered
and you
those very,
answer
very
those questions
naturally.
very
Again, it was like talking
naturally.
to a
Again,
friend
it
or
was
a
like talking to
colleague,
a friend or a
and the
colleague,
length of your
and the
answers
length of the
was
answer
also
was
quite
also
good.
quite
This
good.
is not a
This is not
criticism,
criticism,
it's just
and
kind of
just
who you are
tie
as a
up who
person.
you
You're a
are
very
as a person.
friendly,
You're a very
chatty
friendly,
person
chatty
who wants the
person who
other
wants
person
the
to
other
interact.
person to
So you're
interact.
often like,
You're often
girls
like
like buying
girls
bags,
like
right?
buying
That
bags,
is
right?
fine in
That is
normal
fine in normal
conversation. If you were to
conversation.
do the
If you
test for
were to do
real,
the
the
testing
examiner
for real,
could be quite
examiner could
stone
be quite
faced because they're
stone
doing their
faced because
job.
they're doing their
They're not
job.
being
They're not
unfriendly.
being
They just have a job
unfriendly.
to do,
They
and they're
just
Right.
have
trying
a
to
job
think
to do.
about
They are
your
trying to think
grammar and your
about your grammar
vocabulary
and
and your
vocabulary and your
pronunciation and your
pronunciation
fluency, and
and
there's a
your
lot going
fluency.
on
And
there.
there's a lot
Yeah.
And
going
for
on there.
them, they
And for them,
cannot
they
start
cannot
to
start to
interact with
interact with
you.
you.
Yeah.
And on test day,
On
you
test
might
day,
not
you
get a
might not
very
get a very
friendly
friendly
examiner
examiner
like
like
me.
me.
I don't know
Yes,
whether I was
I don't know
friendly or
whether
Yeah,
I
you
was
were,
friendly
yeah.
or not.
but they
Yes, you were
might be
friendly,
like,
but they might be.
Giving
don't
you
do that.
nothing.
Don't do
Or
that.
some of them could,
Oh, so based on his opinion, that the girl here, she was very friendly to the examiner, and maybe on the test day in the real test, the examiner might not be as friendly as he is. A Trish here, right? His name is Trish, right? So don't be so friendly to the examiner. Some of them could be having a bad day, or they are just like don't ask questions.
be having a bad day and they just like don't ask questions. Now,
Oh
I
dear.
have experienced with not myself, but
But not
other
myself, but
students have
other
said
students have said
when they did that, they
when they
thought the
did that, they
examiner
thought
was
the examiner,
criticizing them or
oh, the examiner were criticizing them or being rude.
being rude. They took that to heart and
Yeah.
thought
They took that to heart
thought, oh my God, I've
I
failed
thought
my
I
test.
found
And they
myself
went from
from
doing very, very well to
to
everything fell apart. Because if you
everything
feel
fell apart.
nervous,
Yeah.
you feel uncomfortable with
No.
someone, then it really affects your fluency.
Oh, if you don't feel comfortable when you talk to someone, you will lose your fluency. You can climb up.
You can clam up. You don't want to really show your language and who you are. You
You don't want to show your language or who you are.
don't want to,
You don't want
because
to,
one of the
because
great
one of the great advantages or great
advantages
strengths
or
that you have,
great strengths that you have is you're very
you're
open
open,
about, about
you are very open about who you are as
who
a
you
person.
are as a person, and that's great
And that's great because it allows you to speak in a very
because it
fluent
allows you
way.
to speak in a very fluent way. If you go and do the test for
If you
real,
go and do the
probably
test for real,
don't
probably
interact with
don't
the
interact with
examiner
the examiner
as
as
Interesting.
much.
much.
Part two,
But
you did a great
you did a
job
great
because you
job
just
because you
picked a
just
real
picked
event, a
a
real
real
person
event,
from
a
your
real
life,
person
and
from
it's
your
much
life, and
easier
it's
to
much
talk
easier
about
to
that.
talk about
Some
that.
students
Some
try to
students try to
pick
pick
something high level
something
or
high level
impressive
or
to impress the
impress to
examiner.
impress the
There's no
examiner.
such thing.
There's no such
The
thing.
best thing to do is
The
pick
best thing to
something from
do
your
is
real
pick
life because
someone
that's
from your real
easy to
life
talk
because it's
about.
easy to talk
Part
about.
three,
But
you did
three,
very,
you
very
did
well
very well,
because you
very well
really
because you
extended
really
your answers.
extended your
Again, you
answer.
used real
Again, you use
situations
real
from your own
situation
life.
from
You
your
don't
own
have to
life.
do
You
that,
don't have to
but it
do
really
that,
did
but
help
it's
you
really
develop
help
your answers.
you
In
develop
terms
your
of
answer.
the
In terms of
scores,
the scores, pronunciation
pronunciation is
is
pretty
very
much
much
perfect.
perfect.
The
Yes,
examiner will
the pronunciation is perfect. I completely agree with him. Okay, I wholesome agree. Yes, the examiner will be
be
thinking
thinking
about,
about, can I
can
understand
I
every
understand
word this
every word
person
the
is saying?
person is saying? Yes,
100%, I can understand
100% I
every
can
syllable.
understand every
Then
syllable.
the
The
examiner will be
examiner will be
thinking
thinking
about
about
high level
have level
pronunciation
pronunciation
features, such as
features
your
such as
intonation.
intonation.
So our
I love animals. Yes,
voices go up, our voices go down.
down.
You
She
speak like a
speak like a
native
native
English
speaker
speaker
in that
in that
respect.
respect. Sentence stress
Sentence
is when we
stress is when we
emphasize
emphasize
certain
certain
words.
words.
This is my phone,
This is
not
my
your
phone,
phone.
not
So you
your phone.
emphasize certain words at times. Again, you do that 100%
Then
naturally.
naturally,
And then you use
and then you
connected
use
speech.
connected
The
speech.
way
The
native
way
English
native
speakers talk,
speaker
we
talk.
wouldn't
We
say,
wouldn't say,
I
I
want
want
to
to
talk
talk
about
about my
my friend.
friend.
You'd say, I want to talk about my friend.
I
The
want to talk
flow of
about
the
my friend. The
language. So
flow of the
absolutely
language,
perfect. No
absolutely
problems there.
perfect. No problems
Coherence and
there.
fluency.
Coherent
Coherence is,
and
did you
coherent and fluency. Let's see. Her fluency wasn't too bad. It's good, actually. It's good. It can easily get the 8.5 or even 9. The coherence is also awesome, but her idea, I don't think the general, the total score of her idea is completely 9. I can only give her 8.5. Yeah. So the pronunciation is 9. The fluency is 9. Pronunciation fluency 9. Coherent 8.5, and the vocabulary is around 8 to 8.5. So that means he got a band 9. Yes.
answer the questions? Did you develop them enough? You did that 100% of the time. And then fluency is,
And then
did you
fluency is
speak
to
without
speak without
any
any
unnatural
unnatural pausing
pausing? You did pause at
at
times,
times.
but the
But the
reason
reason
why
why
you
you
paused is
pause
important.
important.
So in the
In the
last, I
class,
think it was the
I
second last
think it was
question, you
section
were
of
talking
last
about
question. You were
adults and
talking
you were
about
saying their
adults, and
lives
you
are
were saying their lives are more
more structured.
structured.
So you weren't trying to think of the correct vocabulary
So you weren't trying to think up the correct
because your
vocabulary
English isn't
because
good
your
enough.
English
You were trying to
isn't
just
good. You were trying
formulate your
to
thoughts and
formulate
come up
your
with the
thought
appropriate,
and come up with the appropriate, precise
precise word,
words,
which you
which you
did.
did.
So that demonstrates to the
So that demonstrates to the examiner that you have a very high
examiner that you
level
have
of
a very
vocabulary.
high level of
Oh yeah?
vocabulary. Because if you were,
Uh,
because you're
uh,
trying to think of the
What's the
correct,
word?
you try to think of the word.
what's the
What would
word,
Yeah.
so when people don't really know the language, then they would
it would
stop.
stop?
And also because you approach this
Also because you
not
approach
as a
this
test, but
not
more
as a
as a
test, but more
conversation,
as a
and
conversation,
you are very open
and you are very
and
open,
talk about your
and you are very open about talking
life in a
about
very
uh, health with
open
your
way,
say.
that really helps with fluency. So again,
So
top
again,
marks for
top
fluency
marks
and
for fluency
coherence.
and coherence.
Grammar, I didn't hear a
Grammar, I
single
didn't have.
grammar mistake.
Yes,
The
he didn't
examiner will
have
be thinking
any
about the
grammar
accuracy of your
mistake,
grammar. Did you make any mistakes?
grammatical
And the
mistake,
range of your
and a
grammar.
range
So
of
if I talk
grammars.
to you about a birthday party in the past,
prepare the party from the past, did you use the appropriate past
You
tenses?
use the appropriate past tenses. And then I asked you about, well, what do you do today? Did you switch tenses? Did you use the appropriate grammatical structures and tenses to talk about
So you switch to your appropriate grammatical structure and tenses to talk about each situation.
each situation? And again, you did
And
that
again, you did
perfectly.
that perfectly.
Vocabulary, very natural. Use a
You
nice
use a
mixture of
nice
just
picture
normal
of
everyday
just normal
words,
everyday
which
words which
everybody
everybody
uses.
uses.
And you also
You
use
also use
idiomatic language very,
idiomatic
very
language.
well. So as
Yes.
you can see,
And up was a big deal. Quality more important than quantity. It's very dangerous game
you're
to play.
using
Okay.
very natural English. And overall,
So
you would get
get
a perfect band 9,
Oh,
perfect
wow.
which is
message. Oh,
very
wow.
rare.
Which is
Oh,
very
wow.
rare.
Very, very rare.
Very, very rare.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Because this is the video that they make for their channel, so I don't really consider this is a real test. We cannot say that they are making up a plan or a script for this video, but I do believe that she can really score a band 9 if she take a real IELTS test. So yeah, that's it. We have finished another video of band 9 practice shadowing video. So see you guys in the next video. 5355. Goodbye.